everyone, and welcome back to Aloha Jen's Beauty Blog. For those of you that are new here, hi, my name is Jen and I am a licensed esthetician in the state of California. Well, welcome to Sunday Facial. So today's facial is going to feature the Viktoria De Ann skincare line. So Viktoria De Ann these peptides are unlike any other peptide I've tried on my skin. These actually work. What I've noticed with Viktoria De Ann Peptides is they are absolutely a game changer and they are different. The reason being is it is a patented formulation. They are bioactive clinical strength peptides. Each peptide is coated with a message to work on that specific concern. And bioactive meaning is that they work with your skin's own amino acids to get that message across, which is really important. So these are going to work with your skin, not against it. Most peptides that we find on the market, we spend $200 for this beautiful peptide serum. We see results like in 2 to 3 weeks. We see that, we see changes in our skin and then they stop working. And the reason being is that our skin doesn't recognize the message that they're trying to send. It's not working with our skin's own amino acids. So when our skin doesn't recognize an ingredient, it just shoots it off and, the products stop working. Sometimes there can be inflammation and other things that go on with the skin. And bioactive skincare is one of my favorite types of skincare because it works with our body, it works with our skin to where we will see these changes in our skin. So that's what makes Viktoria De Ann special. Now, Viktoria De Ann Peptides require a consultation before you can purchase them. They are only available to licensed skin professionals, whether it be an esthetician or a doctor's office. And that is because they want to make sure that you are using these peptides correctly. Because if you are not applying them properly to your skin, you are not going to see results. And these are not a cheap product. Each formulation roughly starts out at $70. And depending on how many you use, it can be quite, expensive. But if you use them correctly, you will see amazing results in your skin like I have. So I did this facial to my skin today. My skin looks absolutely flawless. Like I'm wearing my Color Science Flex SPF. And I have you can't even see my wrinkles. Everything just looks flawless, like totally perfect, okay? So I'm going to go over these peptides. I'm going to go over the products that I used in this facial today. Now, yesterday I gave my client a professional Viktoria De Ann facial, which is almost similar to the facial that we're going to do here today, except for I'm using a different mask. I'm not using the Viktoria De Ann professional mask because I didn't want to tease you guys because that's not something that you can purchase. It's only available to professionals. Now, to pick up these peptides, you can go onto Viktoria De Ann's website and you can locate a skin professional in your area by going to their locator section on their website. You can purchase them, online, but they will require a skin consultation. Now, Joella Milan sells Viktoria De Ann Peptides. And how you would go about it is you would want to contact Joella Milan by going to her website, which I'll leave listed down below. You can email her and you can call her and you can do your consultation that way, and then you can get connected with these peptides. You cannot buy them directly from Viktoria De Ann. At least I don't think you can, but you can't buy them directly online. They require a consultation, and I can't stress that enough. I'm getting so many of you reaching out to me asking me where you can buy them, and I keep telling you where you can buy them, but it doesn't seem like it's going through. So I'll put Joella's website down below. so you guys can get connected with her and look into the formulas that might be right for your skin. So in this facial today, I used products that you haven't seen on the channel before, which I used their balancing cleanser. So this is a great cleanser for sensitive skin. It's great for those of you who have normal to dry skin dehydration. This is a non-foaming gel cleanser. It is a really nice cleanser. It is so nice. Now, when you apply this to the skin, it's like a gel. You work it in and then you add water, work it in a little bit more, and then you remove it. It removes so easily from the skin. So if you're looking for a non-foaming cleanser that's gentle on the skin, that's not going to disrupt your barrier or strip it, I would recommend looking into this. And as always, make sure you check the ingredients to see if they're right for you. But I really enjoyed this cleanser on my skin. My client enjoyed it on her skin. Now they do have another cleanser. It is the purifying cleanser, and that is geared towards those who have acneic or oily skin. It is a foaming cleanser and it's a little bit more of an aggressive cleanse. The next product that we use in this facial today is their lactic acid 5% and collagen peel. So this is a mild peel. It self-neutralizes, so you can leave it on the skin. Now, what I love about this is that it is bioactive. They use lactic acid, which is naturally found in our tissues. It has a moisturizing effect to the skin, so it's not going to, be too aggressive of an exfoliation. It's in the 5% range, which our skin will recognize and utilize. So not only is it a mild exfoliation, it's moisturizing, it's bioactive, our skin will recognize it, but it also has soluble collagen in it. Now, collagen in skincare does not build collagen. It is in there for hydrating purposes. Collagen really hydrates the skin. It helps plump up those fine lines and wrinkles. It helps with pores. A lot of people send out misinformation about topical collagen in your skincare. The molecule is too big to make any effect on your actual collagen to build. So this is mainly in there for those hydrating properties of the peel. It is fabulous. So you apply this to a freshly cleansed skin. You want to make sure your skin is dry. And then you leave this on for about 10 minutes and it will self-neutralize, and then you can follow through with your peptides. You do not have to remove this from the skin. Now let's go into these peptide formulations. I want to talk about all these peptides so you can see which ones are right for you. I'm going to start out with what I think everybody should start out with, and what is in your lift kit if you choose to do a lift kit. So where you should start out with Viktoria De Ann Peptides is either pick up a lift kit. So a lift kit contains Peptide Tone, it contains Peptide Lift, their eye serum, and a full size of their Rejuvenator. These are all full size products, and where the deal is, basically you purchase this and you're getting a full size eye serum for free. It comes in 3 formulations. You have mild, medium, and ultra. Nobody is going to start out with ultra. You're either going to start out with mild or you're going to start out with medium. Mild is for those who have acne, rosacea, who've never used a retinoid before. Their Rejuvenator is, it's a retinol alternative. What it does is it uses a rejuvenating peptide to rejuvenate your skin. And it also uses concentrations of niacinamide. So niacinamide helps with cellular regeneration. It helps with cellular turnover. It increases circulation, which in turn increases nourishment to the cells, okay? And it's perfectly normal to feel tingling with this product because it does contain niacinamide, okay, which is vitamin B3. So if you are currently using a retinoid and you don't see yourself like giving that up, then the kit is not for you because the Rejuvenator is not for you. Now, there is a possibility that if you do take breaks from your retinol or your retinoid, you could use the Rejuvenator on your off nights, but I would either probably start out with mild or medium there. So now medium is for those who are diligent and consistent about their skincare and they've used a retinoid before, or they are currently using a retinoid and you want to get off your retinoid, okay? Ultra, you would have to work your way up to ultra. I would say you probably have to be on medium for quite a bit, just depending on your skin. Now, since the Rejuvenator acts as a retinol or a retinoid, you can experience some purging when you first start it. You can experience peeling in the skin because it's increasing that cellular turnover. And anytime when we're using a product that increases our cellular turnover, there is a chance that we'll experience that, purging, which will get some like little bumps on the skin that look like acne or peeling on the skin. And that's a good thing because it's getting rid of all that bad stuff that's underneath the skin that's been sitting there. Now, with your Rejuvenator, you use it in the PM time. Now, you can use it during the day, but I would suggest using it only once a day. I use it in the PM. Today, I used it during the day for this facial, and that's the beauty about it, is that this is a retinoid alternative. It's for those where retinoids, you have issues with retinoids, or, you have too many complications from them. They make you photosensitive. They can make your skin sensitized. If you are done with your retinoid, then look into the kit and get on that Rejuvenator. I see amazing things with my skin with that Rejuvenator. My skin instantly looks so much healthier than what it did before when I was using retinoids. So that is the kit. Now, if the kit is not for you, where you should start out with these peptides is Peptide Lift and Peptide Tone. So Peptide Lift goes on first, and what this is going to do, it's going to lift and tighten the skin. It brings those cells closer together to send that message to lift and tone. So if you're starting to see your skin sag, it's looking a little loose, more fine lines are starting to appear, that's where Lift will come in. It'll also help bring back your facial contours too, like your cheekbones and your jawline. So that is Lift. Peptide Tone is a neuropeptide. So what this is it sends the message to relax the muscle where you're constricting or where you're using it a lot for dynamics, we'll say dynamic wrinkles like 11s, foreheads, crow's feet, smiling, lips or lines around the lips. This will help relax that muscle, so it's not, relax that muscle, but you still have movement. You can still make all your facial expressions, and it still keeps that muscle healthy. So if it's not like Botox to where you would stop it and then all of a sudden that droops. This is not going to do that. So you'll still have the movement. So this is going to work on smoothing those fine lines and wrinkles, relaxing that muscle. It's going to help if you have wrinkles all over. I put this all over my skin because it's also a preventative too. So if you're starting to see fine lines and wrinkles on your forehead, right in through here, around the mouth, put it everywhere. If you're fine with not having any, if you don't have wrinkles all over, then you can spot treat with this. But for me, I put it all over because I'm using it as a preventative too. Now this has made such a big difference in my overall wrinkles. They look less apparent. Now I was getting some deeper wrinkles right here that, were looking pretty prominent in the skin and like right in through here from looking down at my phone. And they are way less apparent than what they were before. Now these wrinkles that I have right in through here, which I know you guys can't really see, but I can see them very prominently when I look in the mirror, they are less apparent. They're never gonna fully go away, okay? So when we have these deeper wrinkles, they're set in that skin. They will never completely go away. Where you see the biggest difference in these wrinkles like fully diminishing is those fine lines, because they're just getting settled in. This is going to help with this. Now, this has made such a huge difference on my chest wrinkles. If you have wrinkles on your chest, put this on them. It will help them. My chest is looking so, so good. Another thing that I always suggest that helps with those dynamic wrinkles is taking your Jane Man Omna and working in those areas to work the fascia, because it's not only the contraction of the muscle, but it's also that fascia that gets set in there too. So you want to make sure you incorporate that. So that is Peptide Tone. Now, that's where you should start. And if you want to try these out and you don't want to spend too much money, I mean, these I think are like $70 each. So you could start here, use them for 30 days, and then start adding in other peptides for your concerns. Now, if you have, if you're over 40, you're seeing, your skin is thinning, you're losing that collagen, you're seeing more fine lines and wrinkles, your skin is sagging, you're getting jowling, you have this turkey neck, this is where I would go in next. Also, if you have sun damage in your skin, so I would go in with Peptide Pro-Col. Let me grab that for you. All right, so Peptide Pro-Col. So Peptide Pro-Col is going to build back collagen in the skin. And when I say collagen and where it matters, okay, is that collagen is what gives our skin the thickness, the density. So that's going to help with that. It's also going to help if you suffer from keloids. It helps suppress keloid formation. It stimulates strong collagen. It's great for sun damage. It's perfect to use with elastin. So elastin, what it is it brings back the recoil in the skin. So the tension and the strength in the skin. So wherever you're seeing sagging skin, like underneath your eyes, your jowls, your neck here, so what that means is that the skin is losing that rubber band effect, and this is going to help with that. So that is what this does. It gives the skin its stretch, okay? Next, if you are dehydrated, if you live in a dry climate, if you spent a lot of time in the sun, if you do fillers, you want to see more plumpness in your skin, this is the next one I would suggest you add, and that's Peptide Hyaluronic. So Peptide Hyaluronic, there is no hyaluronic acid in this whatsoever. What this does is it sends that message to build up that natural moisturizing factor in your skin, which is our natural hyaluronic acid. That's going to give your skin plumpness. It's like the mattress of the skin. Also, what gives our skin plumpness is fat pads and dermal fat cells. So if you're dehydrated, if you live in a dry climate, if you have sun damage, if you, have a lot of wrinkles, this is something to also look into. So my go-to for my skin right now is Peptide Lift, Peptide Tone. I just added in Pro-Col Fat Pad. I've been using Elastin too with Peptide Lift and Tone, and then I decided that I wanted to add in Peptide Hyaluronic full time. So I just started incorporating this in because my skin is losing that natural moisturizing factor, that natural hyaluronic acid, because I'm 46 years old and that declines as we age too. So what declines as we age? Microcirculation, blood flow to the skin, moving that lymph out, which is that stagnant fluid. Our bone density decreases, collagen and elastin decreases, and so does our natural hyaluronic acid in our skin. Now, Peptide Elastin, I focus it here, underneath my eyes, my cheeks, my lower half of my face, and my neck, because I want to work on jowling and I want to work on my neck. So that will all go up right from here to firm and tighten and give that skin back its recoil, okay? Peptide Tone I put all over, Peptide Lift I put all over, Peptide Hyaluronic I put all over, except for, you know, I don't put those around my eyes. The only ones that I put underneath my eyes are Peptide Pad and Peptide Elastin and Peptide Hyaluronic. Peptide Hyaluronic is also good for your lips too. Where was I gonna start? Peptide Pad. So Peptide Pad is gonna bring back that plumpness to your skin. This has hydrators that will give your skin that instant plumpness. So what this is gonna do is anywhere where you see hollowing of the skin, like underneath your eyes, right here in your temples, your lips are looking, you know, not as full anymore. You're starting to see more fine lines around your mouth, and you're getting jowling. That's when I would add in Peptide Pad. But what I would start out first with is Lift, Tone, Procol, Elastin, and possibly Hyaluronic, and go from there if you want to add in Peptide Pad. Try those out. You can just do the 4 Lift, Tone, Procol, and Elastin and start from there. And you see why this requires a consultation, because a professional is going to have to talk with you about your skin. They're going to have to see your skin so that they can recommend the correct peptides for you, that you're not just going out and spending your money on these peptides. Because here's another thing. So each peptide you put on, you have to wait 1 to 2 minutes per application. I can't stress that enough. And you cannot cocktail these together because they won't work. It will confuse the message and your skin won't do anything, okay? So just keep that in mind. And so that's those. Now they have 2 more Peptide formulas, which I did not pick up because I don't feel like I need them for my skin. So we have Peptide Acne, which contains 4 different peptide complexes. It works to promote healthy microflora, disrupts the communication of bacteria, and takes out the proliferation of bad bacteria. It's great for those who suffer from acne, pustular rosacea, and you can spot treat with that one. Another one that they have is Correct HP, which is for hyperpigmentation. So, you know, hyperpigmentation isn't all about from the sun, you know, it's internal, it's liver toxicity, like especially if you're seeing the what people call age spots, liver spots, sunspots, that's all coming from your liver. So it could be lipofuscin. So lipofuscin is the waste going through the liver. It can be taxed and you need to regenerate your liver, which it can take a while. Maybe, you know, pregnancy, with your menopause, it floods our liver sometimes with a ton of hormones, and then we start seeing that melasma pop out on our skin. And the best way to tackle that is actually through internal resources. And one of my favorite internal resources to tackle like melasma and hyperpigmentation is the Osmosis Regenerate supplement. That will restore your liver. So Peptide HP, so what it does is it's got some topical lighteners in it, but it's not a lot. It's going to tackle it at the root. And what it does, you'll start seeing the perimeter of your hyperpigmentation start to break away, and then it will gradually fade away. So it treats the cause. It's not a topical lightener. So I just wanted to point that out. So those are the 2 that I don't have, and I wanted to talk about them. So now I already went over the Rejuvenator, the eye serum. So the eye serum I absolutely love. This is like the first eye product that I have like truly like fallen head over heels with. And this is all I'm using around my eyes, except for during the day. I am using the Color Science Total Eye 3 in 1 renewal around my eyes for sun protection. It doubles as my concealer. This helps with fine lines and wrinkles around the eyes, dark circles, puffiness, It will also help firm and tighten the eye area. I've seen a bigger difference in my hoods with using this, and of course performing the block therapy as well and working on my fascia. But this is really, really good. This is the first eye serum that I've actually seen a difference in my under eye area. I love it. It's amazing. It does have white tea in it. There is a little bit of caffeine in here as well, which helps with the puffiness, but this is truly like one of the best eye products I've ever used, and it continuously gets voted in, you know, professional aesthetics as one of the best eye products around, okay? So at first when I was using this, I felt like it wasn't enough, but now I truly feel like it's enough around my eyes. I don't need any additional eye cream to put on top of this. It is enough. So at first when you use this, it might not seem like it's enough, but give it a chance because it's enough for me. And I usually use 2 eye products around my eyes. I use an eye serum and then I use an eye cream. With this, it has eliminated the eye cream. So give it a chance to see if it's right for you. Now, I will point out with your rejuvenator, there is coconut oil in here. So I know there's some of you who choose not to use coconut oil on your skin. You have allergies to coconut oil or it breaks you out. But I have to tell you, it's fractionated coconut oil. So it has all those properties taken out that you would normally react to unless you're allergic to coconut, okay? So, I mean, don't shy away from it. It is fabulous. I don't like coconut oil for my skin and I usually break out from it. I haven't had any issues with this whatsoever. So the other products that I have here from Viktoria De Ann are their collagen gel and their nighttime moisturizer. So the collagen gel I have been using, and I was feeling like this wasn't enough for my skin. I used it today with my facial and it's actually enough for my skin. So this is excellent. This will help plump up your fine lines and wrinkles. It helps minimize your pores, gives the skin a really nice plumpness overall because collagen is one of the best hydrators that you can use. It's seriously underrated. Now, this is a lightweight moisturizer. There is no oil in it whatsoever. It's great to use under microcurrent too, by the way. But this is for those who have like skin sensitivities, acne, you're oily or, you know, normal skin. If you are dry skin, this isn't going to be for you. You could probably use it as a serum. It's really, really nice. But this really helps smooth out the texture of your skin too. I have been loving it. I was feeling like it's not enough. I'm still going to give it a try now that I'm adding back in, or I'm adding in the Peptide hyaluronic to use that every day. I think it's going to help my skin because I want to restore that natural moisturizing factor in my skin. Now, the night moisturizer, this is a thicker moisturizer. I applied this at night the last couple nights, and I like it as a nighttime moisturizer. It's a little bit heavier, so if you have dry skin, you would probably like this as your daytime moisturizer. They do have a daytime moisturizer, and there's a couple ingredients in there that I'm not comfortable with. I'm not comfortable with using retinol palmitate on my skin during the day when I'm going to be out in the sun, because it does react with the sun. And so that's just me. Maybe, you know, they have reformulated it since then, but I don't think so. I mean, with like retinol palmitate, it can make you photosensitive, just so you know. So that's the Viktoria De Ann products. I will continue to test out the collagen gel and their nighttime moisturizer to keep you guys posted. But I really love these peptides. They are an absolute game changer. There's nothing like these on the market. Look into them. I think you will be amazed at your skin. I have a couple of my clients using them. I have a couple of you guys out there who've picked them up and tried them on your skin. And you're reaching out to me and you're telling me that you love them so much you want to put them all over your body. And I feel the same way. I want to put them all over my body too, because what these are doing for my face, my neck, and my chest, like I want it all over. Now, you know, with these, you do have to give them time. I started seeing results in my skin the first week. Take before and after pictures, because when I, at first, like where I really saw the difference is like with that first week when I was shaving my face, I was looking up close and I'm like, wow, my skin is looking so good. It looks firmer and tighter. And then it just kept building from there. And at first, I just really saw the results when I looked at my skin up close. Like it looked younger and more youthful, plumper, tighter, firmer. My lines look less apparent. And now what I'm noticing more, it is really getting firmer and tighter. I mean, you guys could see, look at this bounce that I have in my skin, this thickness. It's so lovely, and it's only gonna continue to get better from here. So I'm so excited to share with you what continues to happen with my skin with using the Viktoria De Ann Peptides. Now, with these peptides, I love what they're doing for my skin. It's unlike anything I've ever used, and I'm seeing results, and I'm gonna keep on these for a very long time. I really don't wanna go into testing any more products. What I'm looking for now is like finding that perfect moisturizer. I'm gonna continue on with the Viktoria De Ann Peptides. I'm not going back on Adipeau. I'm going to stick with the Rejuvenator, and we could see what happens with my skin over time. I'm so excited, guys. Ah. All right, so you guys are gonna go into my facial, and that is gonna be it for this video. So you will go into that facial next. Oh, and what I used in place, a couple more things, sorry. What I used in place of the Medicube Age Booster for product penetration is I use the Osmosis Epic Skin Tool. I love this. I think this is a great tool. Great for those of you who can't use any electrical devices on your skin but still want to get product penetration and see a difference. Instead of the Viktoria De Ann mask, I use the Lemieux Pro Firm Face Mask in this treatment. This is one of my favorite sheet masks. I still saw great results, and you will too if you incorporate this into your treatment at home. You can use this with microcurrent and LED light therapy. And that's another thing with these peptides is you can use your LED light device on top of them. So with the Pepti serums, not the Rejuvenator. So you apply your Peptis in order, wait 1 to 2 minutes in between each application. After your last peptide, put on your LED light mask, use your panel or whichever LED light device that you choose to use, perform that treatment, then follow through with the rest of your skincare. You don't have to worry about these interfering with the rest of your skincare. The thing is that these go on first to freshly cleansed skin. So cleanse your skin, no toner, make sure your cleanser is pH balanced. Apply your lift, wait 1 to 2 minutes, apply your tone, wait 1 to 2 minutes, go from there. LED light therapy. You can do a sheet mask and do your microcurrent. You can apply your microcurrent gel, perform your microcurrent treatment, wipe off your gel, and then follow through with the rest of your skincare, okay? So I love these. Game changer for your LED light therapy too. You will see, I think, amazing results with those devices too. So, you know, it's an alternative to some other things that we see out there. All right, so that is it for this part of the video. You guys are now gonna go into my facial. I hope you enjoy this video. My next video going up is gonna be on the Far Rod Beauty Lux Glow face mask. This is an LED light therapy mask. If you saw my last video where I titled Let's Talk Skincare, I showed you this. I'm gonna do a full video on this. I have been loving this LED light mask. It's a great intro if you're looking for an affordable LED light mask that has options. I've been loving this for my skin, and I can't wait to talk to you guys about it. So I'm sending you all so much love and light, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Don't forget to give me a like, a comment, and subscribe to my channel. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Aloha, everyone, and welcome to the Viktoria De Ann facial. So I just got out of the shower. My eyes are so red right now, so don't mind them. I did not sleep 1 week last night. So I'm here by myself this weekend. It's just Misha and I. And she's been having panic attacks, anxiety attacks, because one, she's scared of our air conditioner because we have these special filters that zaps like dust or any debris that goes into the filter, and it makes a loud noise. Well, we've had to have the air conditioning on the last few days because, you know, it's been over 100 degrees here. And it freaked her out. And every time the air conditioner goes on, she wants to go hide somewhere. And then she goes into these panting attacks, which is a panic attack for a dog. And then my husband's gone and she's missing him. And this is the first time that she's been with me, just her and I, without my husband here. And yeah, so I don't know how she is with our dog sitters, but they've never mentioned her having panic attacks, but she is having some major panic attacks. And she's laying right here in between my legs right now. So, her the little baby. My little baby's so scared. You see she's shaking? Like all night last night. I mean, she sleeps with me, but all night last night, she was restless. She was breathing really hard and heavy. I took her for a long stroll today, and I was hoping it would help calm her down, but no, it's like when she's inside the house, she doesn't want to be in here. So let's get started with this facial. So I haven't cleansed my skin yet, and we're going to use the Viktoria De Ann Balancing Cleanser. So this cleanser is good for sensitive skin, normal skin, dry skin. They have two cleansers. They have the purifying cleanser, and that's great for oily skin and acneic skin. So this does not lather. Now I'm going to try to read you the ingredients in here. We have water, jojoba wax. There is PEG 80 esters. We have glycerin, PEG 7, glycerol, cocoa, olive glucoside, laurel glucoside. We have organic aloe leaf juice. There's cross polymer, phenoxyethanol, propanediol, disodium ETA, urea. So you could look up the ingredients online, but I just wanted to read them off to you just in case. So I'm going to take some of this out, and it is a clear gel, and I'm going to work this into my skin. Now, like I said, this does not foam, and it's safe to use around the eyes. So with their Viktoria De Ann Peptides, the cleanser does matter. You don't want to use a cleanser that is going to leave a residue behind on the skin, because it will keep them from penetrating the skin properly, okay? So I'm just working this in. I'm going to take a little bit more and work it into my chest. Now, I gave a facial to one of my clients yesterday doing the professional Viktoria De Ann facial, which includes their sheet mask, and her skin looked amazing. And I'm not going to show that treatment to you guys because you can't purchase the Viktoria De Ann biocellulose masks because they're for professional use only. So I don't want to tease you, but they are amazing. So if you have an esthetician in the area, go get a Viktoria De Ann facial. My client's skin looked absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to follow a similar protocol. This is a facial for like damaged aging skin, because that's the majority of everyone who follows me along here. Okay, so, all right. So we started off with that balancing cleanser, and I really like this. It feels really good on the skin. It's an alternative to a foaming cleanser for those of you who don't like foaming cleansers. So this morning when I got up, I did my Adipeau. I cleansed my skin. I did Adipeau, and then I did my Jane Man Omna treatment, and now we're here. So Misha's laying on my husband's sweatshirt. I took his sweatshirt, it has his scent on it, and I put it in her bed, and she's laying on it, and it seems to be calming her down. So I'm just removing this cleanser. I'm just using a soft microfiber cloth I picked up on Amazon. Make sure I have all this cleanser removed from my skin. It is really easy to remove for the skin. So the star of the show for Viktoria De Ann, for me, is, you know, of course, their Peptide serums, their Rejuvenator, their eye serum, and this lactic 5% collagen. It's a peel, but it's a very mild exfoliation, okay? All right, so now that this has been completely removed from my skin, we're going to apply that lactic acid peel. But the first thing you have to do is anytime you're using any exfoliating product, you have to make sure that your skin is completely dry. Okay, so this collagen, this 5% lactic acid and collagen peel, I'll read you the ingredients in here. Let's see. Can I read them? We have water, lactic acid, glycerin, soluble collagen, absorbic acid, sodium hydroxide, disodium ETA, xanthan gum, propanediol. I can't read the other ones. I can't read them. So this you can pick up. This is safe for home use. The 5% lactic acid is really gentle on the skin. It's in a concentration that your skin will recognize and utilize. So this is going to be mildly exfoliating, but also hydrating and moisturizing, because lactic acid is moisturizing in the skin, especially at a 5%. Now the collagen is in there to help hydrate the skin. So collagen in skincare does not build collagen. The only thing it does is hydrate the skin. It's an excellent hydrator. It's right up there with glycerin, and it's sincerely underrated. It's way better than hyaluronic acid, in my opinion. And any product that says that, you know, their collagen is going to build collagen, that is not going to happen if it's topical, because the molecule is too big to reach to where it will build. So we're going to go ahead and use this. So this is a self-neutralizing peel, and I'm going to leave it on my skin for 10 minutes. So I'm going to take 3 drops. Here it is. And I'm going to start by working this into my forehead, okay, avoiding my eye area. I'll put it on my nose, but I'm not putting it on my eyes. Okay, I'm going to take another 3 drops and work this into the lower part of my face. Now, I don't feel any tingling, or, well, actually now I'm starting to feel a little bit of tingling. Okay. So we will not be removing this from the skin. We are going to leave it on the skin. And I am going to actually put this on my chest too. Okay. So we're going to go down, and I'm putting it on my neck now. And I will put it here on my chest too. So this is just going to give us a nice, light, mild exfoliation to help those peptides penetrate into the skin. And we'll just work it in. This is great for all skin types. Okay, so I'm going to leave this on my skin for 10 minutes, and while this is on my skin, I'm gonna go do my hair because I did the Olaplex purple shampoo today, and I was going to smooth it out, but to be completely honest with you, I don't have the patience to do that, and I need to wear my hair a bit curly for at least the next few days because I'm trying to take a break from using so much heat. So I'm gonna go style my hair, and then I'll come back, and then we're gonna do the peptides followed by a mask and then aftercare. Okay, so I'll see you in a sec. Hey, I'm back. And this is my skin after that peel. It's been 15 minutes. And I'm a little red because I was diffusing my hair with the blow dryer diffusing tool to get my curls to be bouncy. All right, so I put on this Art of Skincare Tassie over my hair to keep it fresh. I love these things. They're amazing. So the very first peptide we're going to go in with is Peptide Lift, okay? So where you should start out with the Viktoria De Ann Peptides is Peptide Lift. So Tuesday, I will be heading into 6 weeks, and I finished my first Peptide Lift. So Peptide Lift, what it does is it's going to lift and tone your skin, okay? Lift and tighten. So I'm taking 2 drops, keeping them at my finger pads, and I'm going to apply Peptide Lift all over except for, under my eyes. So this will bring the cells closer together to lift and tighten the skin. Now, I like to work them in sections. So take 3 drops because we're going to use this for the lower part of the face. Now with Peptide Lift, you will use the most because it's the first peptide going on to the skin. And my skin absorbs this like crazy town. Okay, so, and then I'm gonna put this on the rest of my neck and my chest. I'll take another 3 drops. You can use 5 to 10 drops. Start out, working your way into sections. Don't put like 5 or 10 drops in your hand all at once because you won't be able to keep those all at your fingertips. The reason why you keep them at your fingertips is because our fingertips have the padding on here to where it won't absorb the product. If you have them travel down, they will get absorbed into the skin. So you want to work this into the skin until it's completely absorbed. You want to try to, do the upward movements as much as you can. And then we're going to wait 1 minute, okay? Now, you have to wait 1 or 2 minutes between each application with these peptides because each peptide is coated with a message, and that's how long it takes to absorb into the skin to get that message across. If you cocktail them together, they will not work. The message is not going to get to those individual peptides. It's just going to confuse the skin, okay? So I cannot stress that enough at how important it is to apply these one by one, waiting 1 to 2 minutes in between each application. All right, so my minute's almost up. So what we're going to go in with next is tone. So tone is a neuropeptide. It goes in and it helps smooth out fine lines and wrinkles. This is great for dynamic wrinkles such as right here in between your brows, your forehead, around your eyes, around your mouth, because dynamic wrinkles are created from a repetitive movement. Now, what this does, a neuropeptide does, is it relaxes that muscle to where, the muscles that are contracting, frequently, and it will relax those wrinkles in there. So it has a similar effect to Botox, but you still have movement. Now, what I find with this, I put it all over because this, I notice, really helps the tone and texture of my skin as well. So like with my pores, like other areas of texture that I have, so not just the fine lines and wrinkles. So my minute is up. So I would just recommend putting this all over instead of spot treating, unless you because it works as a preventative too. So there you go. All right, so I still have a little bit of this left after 6 weeks. So I'm starting with 2 drops and I am applying to my forehead in between my brows, and I do apply this to my nose too, so I don't get bunny wrinkles right in there. And I do have this wrinkle right in here from squinting. And you want to make sure you apply this around your eyes where your crow's feet are too, because it works on those. Okay, I'm going to take 3 drops and apply this to the rest of my face. Make sure you get it around your mouth, your lips. Like I said, I put this all over. If you have wrinkles on your neck, which pretty much everyone does now, especially if you have a cell phone and you're watching YouTube on your cell phone. All right, and I love this for my chest because I'm a side sleeper and I have wrinkles right in here, and this has really helped tremendously make those look less apparent. So this is going to really help with diminishing the fine lines. With your deeper wrinkles, it will make them look less apparent. So when we have these deeper wrinkles, it's really tough to get those out of the skin, and we set our expectations up so high. There's nothing that will completely get rid of those deeper wrinkles, not even filler, okay? So I applied this, and now we're waiting 1 minute. Now, for damaged, aging skin, our mattress gets damaged. And what is the mattress of our skin? It's our natural hyaluronic acid layer. So we're going to go in with Peptide Hyaluronic. If you have chronically dehydrated skin, if you've spent a lot of time in the sun, if you've done peels on your skin to where it's damaged your skin, there's a good chance that you have damaged that natural hyaluronic acid moisturizing factor to your skin. So that's going to be the next peptide I would go in with. Now, if you do have damaged aging skin, I would recommend Peptide Lift, Peptide Tone, Peptide Hyaluronic. Especially if you live in a dry climate, Peptide Hyaluronic is going to be great for you. Peptide Procol and Peptide Elastin, okay? All right, so this is done. So now we're going to go in with Peptide Hyaluronic. What I recommend with these peptides, when you apply them, move the bottle away from you. And after you're done, try to close it up as soon as you possibly can. They are glass. You don't want to break it or tip it over. Okay, so now we're going to go in with Peptide Hyaluronic. So we're going to apply this all over too. Start out with my 2 drops and apply it to my skin all over. So if you're thinking about getting fillers, or if you have fillers and you don't want to get them anymore, if you have dehydrated skin, if you have sun damage, if you spent a lot of time in the summer, in the sun when you were younger, and you just noticed that your skin has lost that natural moisturizing factor, Peptide Hyaluronic is for you. So I just figured I'm going to start incorporating this in every day because my skin definitely could use it. I live in a dry climate, and I've been noticing lately, since it's getting drier, that I'm having a hard time with keeping my skin feel hydrated and moisturized. And I know that this is going to be a game changer for that. So I'm going to work this in till it's fully absorbed. You can even put this on your lip too, your lips, to help plump them. Okay, so close it up and set it aside. The next one we're going to go in with is going to be Peptide Procol. So Peptide Procol works on building collagen, and collagen is what gives our skin that thickness, the density. Hyaluronic acid, the fat cells and the fat pads give our skin that plumpness, okay? Elastin, which we're going to use too, is what gives our skin that rubber band effect, the recoil, and that weakens over time, and you really start to see that here in your neck where it looks stretched, or like if you've lost weight and the skin looks loose. Now, you know, this isn't going to completely eliminate that loose skin, but it's going to help that skin recoil, bring that bounce back into it, and prevent any further damage. So not only these are going to help treat your current aging concerns, they're going to help improve your skin, and they will get better with the longer that you use them. But it's also, they are preventative too. So in my personal opinion, everyone over the age of, you know, from 40 on, maybe even those who are younger, just depending on, you know, how damaged your skin is, lift and tone, Procol and Elastin, okay? Next, we will go in with the Procol, like I said. I'm just going to pop my lid on there tighter, and we're gonna put that on the skin. So Procol. So Procol helps with collagen. It also helps with sun damage. And what I've noticed from using the Viktoria De Ann line, especially with adding in that rejuvenator, is that the overall tone of my skin, like the coloring, is evening out. And here, right where my cheeks are, I had a lot of broken capillaries in that area that were really apparent, that really made my cheeks look really, really red, okay? And that has diminished. So I think that these peptides can help you achieve definitely that makeup optional skin if you use them correctly, especially if you use that rejuvenator. Okay, so I'm going to take some more, and I do love to put this on my chest too. So if you've noticed, you know, if you have sunkenness in your eyes, hollowness here in your temples, your cheeks have lost their plumpness, you're looking a little sunken in and hollow here, you're experiencing more fine lines and wrinkles and droopiness in here, that's probably when you would want to add in Peptide Pad, okay? Oh gosh, that just really makes your skin feel so good. All right, so close that up. Now, I'm not going to use Peptide Pad today because I'm doing this as an anti-aging facial to show them this is probably what the majority of you need. I mean, I'm not so sure if you need Peptide Pad, but you can add it in if you want. You just have to make sure that that will be a long process. Now, Peptide Repair is great to have on hand for if you have, okay, so if you have compromised skin, you have a, you know, damaged skin barrier, if you microneedle, done an aggressive exfoliation, post-procedure with any like lasers, anything like that, Peptide Repair would be excellent for you. I love to use that after my dermidist treatment. I love to use it after shaving. I just find that it does such a great job on repairing my skin. When I wake up in the morning the next day, there's like, it was like no aggressive exfoliation ever happened, and my skin looks perfect and it's not sensitive. So now we're gonna go in with Peptide Elastin. Okay, so with Peptide Elastin, I like to focus this mainly on this lower half of my face, my neck, my jawline, and right up and through here and underneath my eyes, because this is where we notice the loss of elasticity in the skin the most. So I'm going to start out with 3 drops, keeping it at my fingertips, and apply it right here on the side of my eyes because, you know, that's going up, right? I do put this underneath my eyes. I will put it down on my cheeks, around my mouth, all this area of my skin, okay? Next, I'm going to take 3 drops and I'm going to apply it to my neck. Make sure you get it behind your ears. Okay, so I am going to work this in just like this. And this is our last peptide we are going to apply to the skin. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to penetrate these into the skin before we do the mask with microcurrent. So there's a couple of different ways you can penetrate these into the skin. You can use the Osmosis Epic Skin Tool like we're going to use. You can use your Medicube Glow Booster H. The only thing when you're using like this, or you can also use your ultrasonic skin spatula as well. The only thing is that with these is you have to make sure that, you know, there's slip on the skin, and it's not like I would go in with something that has hyaluronic acid in it. I would go something like with one of the isocell recovery solutions, because there's no hyaluronic acid in here. It's just minerals, and it's just going to help your microcurrent penetrate better into the skin. You can also, you know, keep elastin on the skin and apply it in sections. And if you have one of those dermachanneling devices, like say the diminuage, you could put a little bit of the elastin on and take it and work it into the skin as well. But we're going to keep it simple. If you don't have a product penetration device, that's fine too. But we're just going to work it in with this Osmosis Epic Skin Tool. So I'm going to do that right now. So I'm just going to start out right here at my chin. And I like to go move from the inside of my face and work my way out. Now, they say that you're supposed to go down. I don't like it down. It works better on my skin like this. And I do 5 passes, and then I'm going to move up and do 5 passes. And I'm showing you this with the Osmosis Epic Skin Tool because there are some of you out there that, you know, you can't use electrical devices. It's not an option for you, so you can use the Epic Skin Tool. So I'm just going to take this and roll it under right here, my eyes. Oh, actually, you know what? I forgot to put on the eye serum. So let me put on the eye serum. So I'm going to take the eye serum and I just take a half a pump, okay? You don't need very much of this. And then I'm going to work this into my eyes, okay? Make sure you work it into those crow's feet. Get it above your brow. This eye serum is fabulous. I love it. It's all I've been using on my eyes, and I feel like it's enough. It really helps tackle, like if you're sagging and drooping in your lids, fine lines and wrinkles is what it's really excellent for, but also dark circles and puffiness. Okay. Yeah, it would have been great if I would have put that on first, right? After elastin and then worked the Epic Skin Tool. Okay, so while that is penetrating into the skin, let's just go on this side. So I'm going to go right here. So you can either do it like how I'm doing it, or you can follow with it like going down like this and going down like this. It just depends on what works for you. There really isn't a wrong way to use this. You just want to make sure that you're not pressing it too hard into the skin. Okay, so now I like to go up on my forehead just like this. Your forehead, you can really feel this, so you want to just make sure you're not pressing too hard into the skin. And then I just take one and I go around my 11s right there, and I do a couple passes on my nose. Now I'm going to just work underneath this eye. I'm going to do 3 passes. And then I'm going to go up and down here, up and down here. And I'll just do a couple of passes here above my eye. Okay, now let's work this side. So I'm going to come up underneath. And then I'm going to take this one, roll it on the side. And then take this and work that into the skin. Next, I'm going to take this over my lip, and I'm just going to take one roller, move it across my lip. Okay, and then with my chin, I'll go down. And with my neck, I'll go down. One thing that's really nice about the Epic Skin Tool is that you can use it all over your neck too, since there's no electrical current running through there. So if you're worried about like the Glow Booster H because you can't treat this area, this is a nice alternative. You can use the Pico toner on your neck. And then next I'm going to just go over my chest. And just work my way down. Now this isn't necessary. You can just, go ahead and follow through with your LED light therapy or your microcurrent if you'd like. You don't have to do this, but I'm doing it because I just want to be a little bit extra. So now that I'm all red, now let's go into our sheet mask. So I have my Pico toner here. And we are going to use P2 for product penetration. So I'm only going to do this for probably about 20 minutes. So as you all know, P2 is like my favorite. So I have my alligator's clips hooked up on the quad cable. So we're going to do we're going to do negative, positive. So one positive, one negative, one negative, one positive, one positive on the sheet mask. All right. So just make sure you have them separated because they can get tangled up here. And this will work better if you're laying down versus standing up. So if you are going to perform the sheet mask treatment with your microcurrent, you want to make sure that you are laying down, otherwise it won't stay in place. So we're going to go in with the Lemieux Pro Firm sheet mask, and I'm using this, like I said, because this you can purchase on your own. You don't have to be a professional like you do with the Viktoria De Ann sheet mask. Okay, so we're going to take one side of the paper off of this first, okay? And then I'm going to apply the sheet mask to my skin, like so. That has these flaps on it that I'm going to leave on until I get it on. Okay, so now I'm just going to take that other paper layer and peel it away, if I can get it. I can't see. pain. Well, holy moly. That's not working out for me. So just not today, it's not. I apologize for that. So I'm just gonna have to peel both of these off. I can't do it on my skin right now with them both on that on top because I can't get a good, I can't see it too well. Okay, so what you wanna do is you wanna fit the sheet mask to your skin, okay? Now, if you want to apply your growth factor, you can do that after your last application of your Viktoria De Ann Peptide serum. But I wanted to keep this as much Viktoria De Ann as I possibly can so you can see these. The only thing that we're not using that's not Viktoria De Ann is this sheet mask. Okay, so I like to get it over my lips. Okay, now it's fitted to my skin. So if you have a microcurrent device that you can hook up to a sheet mask, then you can definitely use that. Follow the instructions on how to do that. With the Pico toner, I'm using the alligator clips, okay? So I'm going to clip this right underneath here. And then I'm gonna take this negative clip and clip it over here. Sorry, I didn't mean to give you a armpit shot there. And then I'm gonna take it and put this one underneath here. Now, if you don't have 4 alligator clips, you can just do 1 negative over positive. So I would do it in the center, but we have 4 here. So we can really supercharge this mask. Now, if you don't want to use microcurrent with this Limu Pro Firm mask, you can use your LED light therapy over it. You can just pop your mask over this and let it run its course and then finish up. You just want to make sure if you are using an LED light mask that you wipe it down on the inside, okay? So I'm going to go to P2 and I'm going to level 30%, okay? And I'm going to let this run on my skin for about 20 minutes and then we're going to come back. And I'm going to pop my Pico toner on my wrist and go chill out for the next 20 minutes. Now, yeah. All right, so I'll see you guys in a bit. Hey, I'm back. It's been 20 minutes. I just turned off my Pico toner and I'm going to remove my alligator clips here. And then we're going to take a look at my skin. So set that aside. Let's roll this baby down. Wow. Looks so good. Look at that. It looks so good. It feels so good. So next what I'm going to go into is I'm actually going to go in with my Neogenesis booster. Actually, no, I'm not going to do booster. Sorry. I'm going to do the Rejuvenator. So we are going to go ahead and put this on. I'm using the Rejuvenator in medium. And I'm going to apply this all over my skin. I took 2 pumps. And I'm bringing it down to my neck and my chest. Make sure you get it behind your ear there. Now, I do feel this tingling slightly, but it's just slight tingle. Nothing that is bad or anything like that. Okay, so now we have the Rejuvenator on. So the Rejuvenator you want to avoid around your eyes. Okay, now we're going to go into the collagen gel, okay? So I did pick up their night moisturizer. This is too heavy to wear during the day. I didn't pick up their daytime moisturizer because it does have retinol palmitate in it, and I avoid retinol palmitate in any of my skincare products, even my body products, because it does react with the sun. So I stay away from retinol palmitate. So we're going to go in with the collagen gel, and I'm kind of curious to see how this will be on my skin after doing the hyaluronic acid and also, you know, that Lemieux Pro Firm facial mask. I think it's going to be really, really good. Now, this is really, really lovely. It's great for those who have sensitive skin, acne prone. There's no oils in this whatsoever. It's just a soluble collagen. It is water-based. Now, this you can use with microcurrent. You can use it as a moisturizer. I wonder if I could use it as a like hydrating serum too, if needed. But I really love what this does for the texture of my skin. So this completely absorbs into your skin. If you have dry skin, this isn't going to be the moisturizer for you. Let's see, what does this do again? Formulated to offer lightweight moisturization, collagen gel delivers intense hydration with firming power of soluble collagen. Collagen helps fill in lines and wrinkles, reduces the appearance of pore size, and leaves skin firm, smooth, and revitalized. Now, that's definitely what I noticed with this. This does help smooth out the fine lines and wrinkles. It does keep my skin really nice and plump. It's just that I feel like I need more moisture. And like I said, that could just be me because my skin's natural moisturizing factor is off. And I could be too reliant on my moisturizers and those oils in my skin. So here is my skin after. So this is a nice treatment to do, you know, like once a week with your Viktoria De Ann Peptides, just to supercharge them and accelerate your results with them. So I'm gonna let this sit on my skin for a little bit, and then I'm gonna follow through with my SPF. So my SPF is going to be the Color Science, and then you guys will see what my skin looks like when I film the intro in the beginning of this video. So I hope you enjoyed this facial, and I'm sending you all so much love and light, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.